And we're underway in round one. Jab slightly off target. Look how that straight's affecting them. That's another scoring shot. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat...
Say it ain't so! Down goes Sugar Ray! Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
That's lights out right there.
That will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at this. Don't forget, there's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. Solid punch. They exchange punches. The courage on display here is incredible. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. And he scores with the counter. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Just keep him on the end of that jab.
Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round. Right?
And there's the bell for round two. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. There's a counter shot. Quick punch scores. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I've got to see that again.
Listen to me. Are you okay?
Not many people would have... Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. The crowd is buzzing for this one here tonight. I'm Todd Grisha. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson. Sebastian Fandora, fighting out of Coachella, California. Ranked as the best active light middleweight by the Ring Magazine. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion. Quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United States, here is a unified...
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Just misses with that uppercut. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Oh, they landed a good jab there. Counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fighter is saying, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than I should.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. That counter punch caught him clean. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Good counter punch. Missing with the hook. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I'm happy I like that round. Good work. You were thinking, you're getting your
Switch on. Get this boxing back together. Have you got
sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
everything in the bag? Now you're getting back into it.
Here we go. It's round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
Misses with the straight left. Perfect counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice counter. Perfect counter lands. He misses with that straight left. Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
How about that time counter shot? Which fighter will say no mas? And he scores with the counter. Fails to score with that left hook. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the...
No, hold on a second, Johnny. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. That was the moment!
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close.
The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down! We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I need to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Catch and shoot. He threw the hook, didn't land. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just pop.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Just
Go back and win the round, all right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
There's the bell to start round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They exchange punches. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That's another scoring shot. Is off the charts. Incredible work rate. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Only catching air with that hook. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. There's a scoring blow. Done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much for boxing. This is a fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you had no excuse.
There's the bell to start round 5. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That uppercut misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And counter punching. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world.
Whoa, Johnny! Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And that hook misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Breathe. I need you to focus on what you're doing. Don't know who's...
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
This is the beginning of round 6. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my ass. And I promise you that I wouldn't wanna be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya? I cannot feel that vibe going through ya. Flat battery like my dead computer. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10. I'm from a different life, different type. Energies, flows, vibes. I'm from a different life, different type. Energies, flows, vibes. They couldn't top this. Winning team going crazy, it's like a mosh pit. Lonely at the top, don't give what it's costing. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. What they say
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Time for our tale of the tape. Here's Vladimir Klitschko. He's a big 198-centimeter tall heavyweight with a reach of a whopping 206 centimeters. Making his way to Italy, fighting out of the United Kingdom, and he packs a lot into those 212 pounds.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Kyiv, Ukraine. Here is the Olympic gold medalist and the longtime unified heavyweight champion of the world, known as Dr. Steel Hammer.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, you can hear everything. Can you imagine being a fighter walking into this? We're going to see that any minute now.
And that's the opening bell, round 1. Defense is not an option for these two. No defense for that hook. Can't score with that hook again. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Just misses with that uppercut. So much firepower here. Beautiful counter shot. There's a counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And shoot. Beautiful counter punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Well done with that counter shot. And counterpunching, off the charts action from both of these fighters. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. Right hook just missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just on what you do. Let's do it.
He threw the hook, didn't land. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. perfect counter lands. Did you see that? Oh my word, Adelaide in some serious trouble. Big D, David Adelaide is down. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Punch, counter punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Nice counter. Adelaide rocked. Would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Where did that...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. I want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pull my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
Are you there?
Hello,
Are you there?
would you pick up the
Welcome to the WBC arena, and what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Vitaly Klitschko, 201 centimeters tall, weighing in at 113 kilos. Vitaly Klitschko. You're looking at one half of the Klitschko era. Talk about domination. When you got a name like Dr. Iron Fist, you better back it up. And this man Smoking Joe Frazier. His 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
Junior.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Kyiv, Ukraine, and 41 knockouts in his 45 career wins, here is the 2-time heavyweight champion.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
So a capacity... Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That left hook misses. Told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Frazier covering up. He's got nowhere to go. Down goes Joe Frazier. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Gotta waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then gotta call you. Walk around the ring. You've just gotta make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's gonna get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing the round.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's gonna put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Ooh, Klitschko stumbling backwards. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Smoking Joe may go.
Fight on by the grill, I'm like I'm Joe. Always tryna fight on by the. Always tryna fight on by the grill, I'm like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds, like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money, like I'm money made. I might pop my jack, then uppercut, then he up on my way. With my belt, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over. I'm new to camp. Yeah, I'm new to camp. Sitting ringside with my dog. I'm what top. Got her so sick. 1, 2, 5, 6, he leaning over. 7, 8, they bout to ring the bell. 9, 10, pack 'em up like mail. It's over, 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 it's over. Unddisputed. I'm undisputed, undisputed. Unddisputed. I'm undisputed, undisputed. It's over, 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 it's over. I'm undisputed, baby. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. I'm undisputed, baby.
Yeah, I hate the grind and sweat the blood, the time my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation.
I'm Todd Grisham, and there is a buzz in the air here tonight. We're at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson. It's Floyd Patterson, a man that needs no introduction. One of the best to ever do it in the heavyweight division. Smoking Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. There's no one quite like Smoking Joe.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the...
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only... Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
It's a flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Frazier is in trouble again. Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. Caught him. Nice counter shot. Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? Frazier finally answering back.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought this...
I gotta step. Down goes Joe Frazier. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to pause. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it because if...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Is Frazier in trouble? Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You got to
Nice work. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
take him on the end of the jab, and then start gathering your pace and win this round back.
Beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is.
Come on.
Here we go for round 2. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
I've got to see that again.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout.